My name is Dinah Endicott. I'm the director of the Northwest Arkansas Food Conservancy. We are here at the warehouse at 1605 Shady Grove in Springdale, Arkansas. We started, opened the doors about November of last year, and we started moving our first cases of product early this spring. Our mission, the Northwest Arkansas Food Conservancy's mission, is to be able to help small and mid-sized farmers be able to scale up, to be able to help them find markets that will be more economically viable and also make more food available for everyone. Our vision, our long-term vision of the Northwest Arkansas Food Conservancy is to develop a model that can be replicated in like geographical areas across the country, with the long-term goal is to be able to take 10%, shift 10% of the food system to local and regionalized food systems. We've been here working with small growers, and we had a plan in place, and then COVID-19 came along and that changed. We had to pivot. And so we went from the restaurants being closed and also the farmers markets being reduced in the size and abilities to be able to market to the customers. And so we had a lot of very, very small farms coming to us to be able to try to find some market. And we were very fortunate. So one of the things that we did is we started the Northwest Arkansas Food Conservancy CSA, Community Supported Agriculture Farm Box. And we have 2 drop-off points. One's at 8th Street Market and one is here. And that's allowed us to be able to take things that may not be uniform in size or color and very high quality, but do not meet the specifications of what we would call on the shelf at the grocery market. And so we put those boxes together every week, and you can go online and sign up the Northwest Arkansas Food Conservancy CSA. That was one way. And then the other avenue that we looked at was, and we were very, very fortunate to have, was Harp's grocery stores, Harp's food stores in Northwest Arkansas or in this vicinity. And they were very open in helping us be able to get the local food into their market during this crisis. And so the farms had to go from just putting something in a randomized box and taking it to the farmer's market and talking directly to the customer to, oh, we have to have a certain box. This is called a 20-pound box. It has what they call a 2-layer of tomatoes. And this is how it has to be packed in order to meet the specifications of being able to sell to a wholesale market. And then also being able to make sure that the product has the lot number, it has to have the pack date, the product, and the farm name. And so that every box can be traced back to the farm that it was harvested and to the date that the harvesting took place. So one of the things that their farmers are finding a lot of luck with is green bell peppers. And I think this is really important because there's a lot of processing markets also that are opened around in different adjoining states for green bell peppers. We also have a couple of mid-sized, large-scale farmers that are doing the heirloom tomatoes. And so I think that with the COVID-19 and trying to find markets, I think we're averaging about 200 to 300 twice a week of cases of heirloom tomatoes. So we've been very busy in tomatoes. This is an example here of the CSA box. So for example, in this week's box, you have sweet corn. This is just beautiful sweet corn. So they had sweet corn in the box. They have peaches. This is from A&A Orchard in Northwest Arkansas. We have even mushrooms from Fat Top. It just goes on and on. Cherry tomatoes, This is from Chaw Family Farm. It's a very small farm, just her and her daughter. So what we're trying to do is make a box and that people can say, I can use this food, it's great, but I'm also helping the farmer. I do believe that as the farmers that we've worked with here over the past 4 to 5 months have found, is that when you take away the marketing, when you take away the cost of packaging and finding and locating the right packaging, and just the time of driving and calling and looking for markets, that when you're able to concentrate on growing and growing your farm and growing the best possible product that you can possibly grow and be proud of that, and then take it to one location that you know has the refrigeration and they have the staff and they have all of everything that you need in order to make sure that your product with your name on it, so that the consumer knows where it's coming from, that they would be able to take it and say, here's my product, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to raise some more. I think that after a long period of time, my personal experience has been is that when that happens, they look back and they have a better farm, they have a more efficient farm, and they also have done exactly what they wanted to do, is to be able to be economically viable on the farm and still be able to serve and get their product directly to the customer. One of the things that we're working on now is the farms are learning what crops they grow best and what crops is most economical for them. And then as a marketing outlet, we're finding out where we have a huge demand, say for example, green onions. We have a huge demand for purple Cherokee heirloom tomatoes. The yellow ones are a little bit harder to sell. So we're finding niche markets that are not being filled, specialty melons, colored melons. So we're working with some of those. Which cantaloupes sell the best? And which markets, for example, a certain large type of variety of cantaloupe that cuts well, because the stores are using so much more cut fruit. So they want a certain melon that we can grow for them. So we're going from here we have this to what do you need? And hopefully we'll be able to get growers that can help scale up and meet that demand over a long period of time. This is not going to happen overnight. The last project that we did in Rich Hill, Missouri was a process of 15 years. But the community's probably doing around 13 million in sales. So I think that the opportunity is there. In the wintertime, as we move into November and December, we'll be working with the farmers on crop extension. We'll be working with agricultural extension agents. We'll be working with NRCS, the Farm Bureau, in how can we extend the season, and then also be able to help them diversify into what they're currently planting. So getting ready for next year. What's economical? What did you make the most money at? Where was your greatest loss? What was easiest for you to grow? So I think over time we'll have it's an opportunity that I think everyone here in Northwest Arkansas, this is a program for the farmers and the community, the consumers in Northwest Arkansas. And I think if they embrace it and support it, I think you can say that Northwest Arkansas could become, if you're young and you're an entrepreneur and you like farming and you like agriculture, we hope that one day you would say, Northwest Arkansas is where I need to go, because between the farming program that they have at the University of Arkansas and with the land trust program that they have available, I think there's enormous opportunity for young people that right now does not exist.